What's up, degenerates? It's your boy Jay back again with another rant. Unless you're stupid, we can all agree that 2025 was a disappointing year for movies, both in terms of quality and the box office. I know we've been saying this about every previous year for like 5 years now, but it's true whether you like it or not, because ever since the pandemic hit, one thing every movie theater has been screaming is, "Show me the money!" But to get back to 2025, the only thing that was genuinely excellent was Sinners. Other than that, the year was filled with disappointments. The more I think about 28 years later, the more I realize it was not that good. One battle after another was a massive disappointment, nothing more than PTA shoving his deranged politics down our throats for 180 minutes. The comic book movies Superman, Captain America Brave New World, Fantastic Four, and Thunderbolts were nothing short of box office disappointments and bombs, making it even more clear that superhero fatigue exists now more than ever before. Unless you're one of these idiots that don't believe that superhero fatigue exists simply because you don't want to believe. Everything else felt safe, forgettable, or just plain lazy. A good movie has become so rare nowadays that even when something promising shows up, I automatically have low expectations, because I've been burned too many times. However, in a few days, we might actually make it to the promised land, thanks to the upcoming movie Project Hail Mary, which actually seems unique, different, and promising. An adaptation of the novel written by Andy Weir, which was released back in 2021. The same guy who wrote The Martian, which Ridley Scott turned into a great movie back in 2015. So when the book Project Hail Mary was released, it blew people's minds, garnering critical acclaim from all its readers. So they decided to make a movie, and I have to say I'm cautiously optimistic. The trailers look very good, tense, grounded, and full of real stakes. The visual effects they've shown so far are excellent, and they genuinely capture the tone of the book. The casting is very solid. The cinematography looks sharp, considering the guy behind it is the same guy behind the cinematography for the Dune movies and Matt Reeves' The Batman. The set designs feel lived in and realistic. And overall, the whole thing feels like it respects the source material instead of dumbing it down. In case you're not familiar with the source material, let me break it down for you. So buckle up so I can enlighten. The world is dying, the sun is dimming, crops are failing, people are starving. Classic, we're all screwed, and 30 years set up. And I know what you're already thinking. It's Interstellar 2.0. Except that it's not. Ryland Grace, former astronaut turned middle school science teacher, because of course the hero is the one guy who actually understands science. He wakes up on a spaceship with no memory, 2 dead crewmates, and a spider-like alien roommate who's surprisingly chill and who's shaping up to be the next Grogu for many fans. Turns out humanity figured out the sun is getting eaten by something called astrophage, tiny space bugs that love infrared light and hate pretty much everything else. They send a Hail Mary mission with 3 people to Tau Ceti, the only star still shining normally, hoping to find a solution. Only one guy survived, Ryland, and now he's stuck with Rocky, the alien who communicates with musical notes and wants to save his planet too. So it's basically 2 dudes trying to science their way out of extinction while cracking jokes and becoming best friends. No chosen one, no love triangle, no evil corporation, just hard science, clever problem solving, and a great romance across the galaxy. It's optimistic without being corny, funny without being stupid, and it actually respects your intelligence and doesn't try to shove a lecture about ethics down your throat. Book's a page turner. If the movie captures even 80% of that, we might actually have something special. And I say that because it is incredibly difficult to adapt the entire source material into a 2-hour and 30-minute movie. However, here are the reasons why I'm cautious. I'm not the biggest fan of space movies in general. No space movies other than the original Star Wars trilogy have managed to impress me. Interstellar is overrated as hell. Ad Astra was pure wasted potential and is legitimately one of the worst movies I have ever seen. It's simply Brad Pitt staring into space and nothing ever happens. 2001: A Space Odyssey is a C-tier movie about camera work. Plus, the directors Phil Lord and Christopher Miller don't seem to be the best pick for a project of this massive scale. They are talented guys for sure. They wrote the script for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which was an excellent animated movie, but the last movie they actually directed was 22 Jump Street back in 2014, and that's a comedy, not a science fiction movie. So yeah, I'm hoping they can switch gears. But I'm still asking myself, why them? Couldn't they have found a better pick like Denis Villeneuve, for example? I know he's a busy guy cooking up the greatest trilogy of all time, but I'm sure he would cook up something special if he took on this project. Early reactions from people who've already seen it are overwhelmingly positive. They're saying it's emotional, it sticks the landing, and it doesn't dumb things down, which is very encouraging. But here's the sad part, and what matters most when it comes to any movie, my fellow degenerates. Project Hail Mary is not shaping up to be a big hit at the box office. Current projections are estimating a not-so-good opening weekend of $55 to $65 million in the domestic box office. For a movie with a massive $150 million budget excluding marketing costs, that is not great, because in order for the movie to break even, it would need to gross somewhere around $400 to $450 million worldwide. That tells you how hesitant people are to go back to theaters right now, even when something interesting and unique is releasing. So yeah, to sum it up, my expectations are not so high. I'm cautiously optimistic, and I desperately need a good sci-fi movie. I'm rooting for this one, but I've been burned before. What about you degenerates? You hyped for Project Hail Mary? Are you going to pretend like you're one of these low IQ morons who think movies are great nowadays, or are you just waiting for it to disappoint just like everything else? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Believe me, I read them all. Smash like if you're tired of mediocre years, subscribe if you want more unfiltered takes, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next rant. I'll catch you degenerates in the next one.